Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy 8 p.m. And we are here. Happy Lunar New Year, aka Chinese New Year, aka Chuk Mung Namoy. Uh, 新年快乐. Let's see. Okay, so it's Friday, and we have a topic of today, which is don't focus on being popular. I'm going to hang out for a little bit, wait for people to hop on, as I know I'm expecting a few more people today. We just did a presentation at Johnson Middle School in Westminster, California, with over 700, maybe even over 800 students. So I know we had a lot of people there. Fan No, good to see you on. I'm guessing Fan because I haven't seen your name. I'm guessing you're from Johnson Middle School. That's my guess. Yeah, expecting some people to hop on tonight. So I'm just going to give a quick little debrief for anyone who's hopping on, who is new, who has never been on. Jennifer Guevara, good to see you on. I'm guessing we got a lot of people from Johnson Middle School today because we just had a presentation there. And I'm seeing a lot of new faces. Anthony Ayala. Oh, wow, that's awesome. We got like Johnson Middle School crowd going on right now, which is super exciting. So as people are hopping on, we're going to get started in just a second. I just want to say, oh goodness, Red Shadow. Okay, we got a lot of people. This is awesome. It's growing, and I have a feeling we're gonna have even more people hop on as the stream goes on. So I want to give a quick little brief of how our live streams usually work. So how the live streams work for anyone who's hopping on. Essentially, we have a topic of the day, and we discuss. It is the main point of the topic of the stream. However, this is also a AMA slash Q&A. Like, ask me anything, and we can talk about anything. And this is a community. We support each other. We are very open minded. We support each other in any way. Like, there's a lot of people who come on here regularly. Like Kitty Marie is a regular who's on here pretty much every single day. Shout out to Kitty. Yeah, so you'll see there's going to be a lot of awesome people. And again, feel free to, at your pace, open up, be vulnerable, talk about whatever you want to. Okay, so let's see here. Kitty says, hey, Richard, how did your middle school speech go? It went fantastic. It was amazing. Um, let's see here. So, yes, I don't know. Today's presentation was amazing. Like, I'm overly grateful to have the opportunity to speak at Johnson Middle School. So for all my friends at Johnson, thank you so much. We are here. Kitty, so yesterday, Kitty and I were talking and we're like, okay, I was going to talk about what I did Valentine's Day. And I said I would talk about it today. I'm going to table it again. And please forgive me for this. I know I said it today, but there's another reason why I'm tabling it. And I will share with you the reason when the time comes. I may not be live streaming tomorrow because I'll be at an all-day training tomorrow, but Sunday I should, and I promise you that we will talk about it, okay? Again, there's a reason why I'm not sharing it right now, but you'll find out, okay? Let's see. Kitty says, my problem, wanting to die and does not see a point in life. Help Richard. Sure, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Kitty, before we get to your point, I do want to, if you don't mind, I want to focus on today's topic because the topic is here. Don't focus on being popular, and then afterwards we'll do a little bit of Q&A and get to that. Red Shadow 11, good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so today's topic again is don't focus on being popular. So the reason why this idea came to my mind today is because again I was at Johnson Middle School. Let's see, I was the guest speaker there, and we had I was on stage, people saw me, and afterwards, during lunchtime, a bunch of students, probably a bunch of people who are on right now, came afterwards and kind of, you could like mobbed me, swarmed me, and whatever, asked for signatures, asked for selfies, things like that. And my old self would be very like, oh, like this feels so good, ego, ego, ego. But I'm very grateful that I'm in a mindset that I know it's not about being popular. Like, I know I'm not there to feel good because people are surrounding me and asking for signatures and taking selfies with me. Like I want to bring this up because I feel like we live in the age where popularity or social media numbers are so important, and I think it's very unfortunate. I believe that it's very toxic. So it's a very weird balance. Like when I started my social media channels, when I started my YouTube channel, I cared about the numbers. You know, I want to hit 100 subscribers. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to hit 5,000 subscribers. And um, like right now, I don't really care about the numbers. Now, it's super tricky because of the society that we live in. So, uh, what I've realized is when it comes to social media and being popular or having subscribers or followers, what happens is when you have more subscribers or followers, it builds your credibility. People, whatever, will look at you more. So it's this weird for me. It's a weird balance because I was talking with someone earlier, and what I realized is that social media or like the subscriber counts or the how many followers you have is very toxic. Like this whole idea, this whole premise of trying to get more subscribers or followers, I believe is super toxic. Why? Because for example, like let's talk about today's speech, Johnson Middle School. You know, it was lunchtime. People were like, notice me, Richard, notice me. And what I need to let you know is that I'm just a normal human being. I'm no more special than you are. I just had the privilege of being the one person on stage speaking to 800 students, So it does not make me any better than you. Okay? So I just want to make sure that you're clear. Like, don't, like, sure, be excited, have fun with it. Have fun, taking over my Instagram stories and saying, like, follow me, stuff like that. But I just want to put it out there to not be attached to getting followers or how many subscribers you have. Like, none of that really matters. And how many subscribers you have, how many followers you have is not going to make you happy long term. Maybe short term you might feel good. If you're a celebrity, if you are a whatever, a movie star, an actress, you're LeBron James, you're whoever, Kendrick Lamar, you are some famous YouTube celebrity, temporarily it'll feel nice. Like, oh my goodness, people notice me, But over time, like once, let's say all that dies. Let's say you're famous, but all of a sudden, you lose your fame. Guess what? My opinion is you're gonna start feeling miserable. You're gonna start feeling lonely. You're gonna start feeling like you don't matter anymore. And how you solve this is not by chasing a number, but rather working on yourself. So that's one thing I've learned about myself. Like, when I started speaking, I knew to always keep my ego in check, to always reflect on, to always focus on making sure that I wasn't doing this for the numbers. Of course, that part is there, but then I always make sure that I'm not just focused on that. So I'm glad I'm at a place where it's like, okay, hanging out during lunchtime after the presentation, huge mobs of people, asking for signatures. The reason why I do it, the reason why people are like, hey, can I get your signature? Can I get your signature? Can you sign my shoe? Can you sign my arm? Can you sign my cast, my face, my iPhone, whatever, all these things. The reason why I do it is because it gives me an opportunity to connect with you, the students. So that to me is so valuable because there's only so many opportunities that I have to connect with you during my presentation. So yeah, I just want to put that out there and make that super clear. May Pabo, you're noticed. Please notice me too. I love these memes. They're great. By the way, I read all the comments, or at least I do my best to. If I haven't responded back to your comment, it's because I'm trying to make a point first, and then I'm going to read into your comments, okay? So, yeah, by the way, I love that a lot of you from Johnson are here, and yeah, feel free to hop on anytime. We're here pretty much every single day, unless there's a special event going on at 8 p.m. every single day. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Kitty Marie, because Kitty's on here pretty much every single day. We have some other people. I haven't looked at the comments yet, but I'm going to check it out in just a second. And what I'm doing right now, so
I've never ever
whoa, calm down there, Richard's YouTube channel. Let's see if this works. Hey, okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling up the comments on my desktop because it's a lot easier to read than the mobile device because you guys are like nonstop commenting, which is awesome. Okay, Kitty, let's see. Hold on. Kitty, I'm gonna get to your comments about the wanting to die and don't see a point of life. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. That's a deep conversation. So I'm gonna pause for just a second, okay? We'll answer it, let's say in the middle or towards the end of the conversation, but we'll get to it. Okay. Because again, it's a deep conversation. It's going to take time to answer. I want to make sure we just dive through this. Alrighty. Red Shadow says, "Go Seahawks." Are we talking about like, we're talking about football? Or are we talking about school? Confused. Let's see. Hi Richard. Let's see. Phoenix, Antoine. Don't tell anyone I was here. Ayala. Let's see. Only have 3 subs. That's all good. I am actually scared of social media. Okay, let's see. I only have 3 subs. I'm here from Johnson Middle School. Some kid asked you to sign his Xbox. That's the first time ever I've ever known that. Yes, someone asked me to sign his Xbox. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. That was fun. Let's see here. How long are your streams? It depends. So when I was streaming like last month, when I had a little bit more time, I was streaming anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours every single day. Now, like especially this past week, I've been very busy, so I've been streaming for approximately 30 minutes a day. And let's see, next week or this upcoming week, I have a feeling I'll have decent amount of time. I'm guessing 30 to 45 minutes. So yeah, 30 to 45 minutes of stream. Um, let's see. The week after that, I'll be like completely busy, so I probably won't be streaming the following week. But then, oh, March is gonna be hit or miss a little bit. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to stream anyway. So yeah, if I don't stream, I'm gonna do my best to at least whatever be on Instagram, do stories. You can DM me if you want, all that good stuff. So do I play video games? Right now, I do not currently actively play video games because video games take up a lot of time, and yeah, like I'm just really focused on my passion, building up my speaking, booking more speaking gigs, and all that, which is to me I'm super passionate about. So it's super fun and exciting. In terms of games, so let's see. Let's say I decided to dedicate more time towards video games. Let's see. First of all, my all-time favorite game, all-time favorite game, my current favorite game, I would say many people, probably especially middle schoolers, don't really play it, which is League of Legends. I've been playing that game for 5 years. It's for me, it's like I don't know. I love the game. I love the community. Like they put so much. It's more than just a game. You know, like there's a community. There's cosplay. There's storylines. There's cinematography. There's music. They do collaborations with people like Zed, Imagine Dragons, like all these like super cool like all the DJ remixes. Like it's so cool how invested into the community and the brand they are. So esports, everything. It's incredible. Let's see. If I were to play another game and get invested into it, I feel like one game that I would want to play right now is Fortnite. Like that sounds like fun. It's super cool because everyone's playing right now, so it's like it's relatable. Like uh, I would love to play Fortnite. You know, maybe I'll like do like a weekly Fortnite day or something like that. That'd be super cool to connect with. I don't know, you guys or something. For those who play Fortnite, I know a lot of people are playing Fortnite, and to me, like I've played a lot of FPS or first person shooters in my past, so I feel like I'd be pretty okay with it, and I'd probably kick your butt at it. So let's go. Okay, let's see here. Romeo Cruz, good to see you on from JMS, Johnson Middle School. What's up? You guys are super cool. Oh, Snappy Faces, do you play Fortnite? Not yet, but if I did, you'd get owned. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Happy. Hey, I'm here from Johnson. I'm glad you came to our school. You inspired me a lot. Thank you, Richard. Snappy, you play LOL? That's amazing. Like, seriously, so I feel like so few players, people, especially in middle school. I don't see a lot of middle schoolers playing League of Legends. Like it's high school and up. I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's because League of Legends is a very complex game, in my opinion. It's like it's simple, but it's complex. There's a huge learning curve for it, and it's also on PC. And I think most people, especially middle schoolers, have a lot of gaming consoles and aren't so into the PC. Yeah. Let's see. Fortnite level 40. Awesome. Kitty Mercedes, when you were in school, did you want to be popular? That's actually a good question. Again, Kitty, I'm going to answer your previous question later on in the stream because it's a deep topic and we can go on for it. So this is a great question. When I was in school, did I want to be popular? I would say when I was in school, yes, there was a part of me that wanted to be popular. There's a part of me that wanted to be liked by everyone, and I think more importantly, I just wanted people to like me. I don't want people to think that I was a loser or be put down. And um, I think this is a very common thing that many of us face. A lot of us are facing this feeling of like just like we all want to be accepted, right? And honestly, I think if we, I'm just going to be very, very straightforward here. If you focus on just trying to be liked by everyone, like I don't think we should be doing that. Like I think that's a very bad. I think that's going to hurt your self-esteem if you try to be liked by everyone. Um, I don't think we are all designed to be popular, and it is okay. Like it is okay to not be popular. So if you aren't popular and you're trying to be popular, like my opinion is to stop trying to be popular. And um, I'm not saying you can't be popular. You could, but I just feel like if you're wanting to be popular, chances are you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Chances are you want to be popular because you want to be accepted, which tells me that you have low self-esteem, that you need people's validation to make you feel better about yourself. So that's why I mean, don't focus on being popular. Oh, hey, look, that's exactly the name of today's stream video, which is don't focus on being popular. Like that's what it is. Like, please, like for anyone watching this, I see a dozen. I saw 15 people. I don't know whoever's watching this right now. My message for today is don't focus on being popular. It's going to hurt your self-esteem. Like if your self-esteem is based off how popular you are, how much you're accepted by other people, like your self-esteem and your self-worth is going to just like shatter. Why? Because it's dependent on other people. So what is the solution? If your self-worth, your self-confidence is not to be based off your popularity, what should it be based off of? I believe it should be based off of the content of your character. Kind of like what Martin Luther King Jr. says. It's like your self worth, your confidence should be based off of how much are you living in alignment with who you want to be. Now we're getting really adult here. Let me know if this is like I'm pretty sure this is a little bit abstract, like especially for my middle school friends here. But like this is real. This is some real stuff. So if you want to be happy, if you want to feel confident with yourself, it comes from within. Like stop looking at popularity. Stop trying to be the coolest person on campus. Honestly, like happiness doesn't come from being the most beautiful, smart, intelligent, popular person on campus. It really doesn't. Happiness comes from inside. You can be quote unquote, the outcast, the socially awkward person, and you can still be happy. And guess what? You don't need people to like you. And that goes to me. That goes for me. I am not the most popular kid out there. I really am not. I never grew up as the most popular kid. There are times in my life where I was part of the cool kid, the Asian cool kids group, but like I've never considered myself the popular kid. I was always kind of like that struggling person who's like trying to be popular but didn't quite get there. And high school was a great example. In elementary, middle school, I was part of the cool Asian kids group. Once I got into high school, I felt like my friends who went into the cool Asian kids group were kind of too cool for me. Like not that they're trying to be elitist or trying to be better than me. It's just I didn't feel like I fit in with them anymore. So I actually took myself out of the group, out of the cool Asian kids group, and I put myself into another group. And yeah, so that's my story. It's like I'm glad. It's weird. It's like for the longest time, I still want to be part of that group of the cool Asian kids and the popular kids in school. Um, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Even though for a long time, for like many years afterwards, I'm like, oh man, I wish I was part of that group. Today, I'm glad I'm not because that makes me who I am today. Like literally, me not being part of the cool kids group makes me realize like you know, I don't need to be popular and cool to be happy or whatever it is. And life is not about being popular and cool. It really is not. Like that's what I realized. Like life is just about being happy. And you don't need to be the most popular kid to do that. And you shouldn't. Not everyone's gonna be the most popular kid. That's what I'm gonna say. All right. I see your comments streaming in. Let's do this. Snappy Faces, Fortnite is so fun. You should play it. I kind of do want to. Like part of me is like, I got to get into that Fortnite game. Dedicate just a little bit of time. I don't know, have some Fortnite nights. Um, hey, real quick, anyone who's on watching this, I'm kind of curious. Any Fortnite players, what console do you play Fortnite on? I'm just curious. Do you play it on PC, Xbox? Was it PS4? I don't know all the consoles Fortnite is on, so let me know about that. Red Shadow says favorite YouTuber. Man, that's such a. I wish I could answer that question. Like it keeps going. I keep forgetting like my favorite YouTubers. There's some really cool ones out there. Um, let's see. Goodness gracious. I feel like a lot of the YouTubers that I would like the ones that are the ones I keep forgetting their names too. So in terms of YouTubers, um, you can check out Josh Dreen. He is another motivational speaker. I love his vlogs. Like he's such a great like vlogger. He's amazing. Josh Dreen. It's like dream, but with an N instead of an M. So Josh Dreen is one of my friends. He makes awesome vlogs. Kind of reminds me of Casey Neistat, but he has his own style. So I love that. Um, Goodness, I feel like I need to keep a list of this. A lot of the YouTubers I watch, you probably will, mostly never heard of. Tom Bilyeu, Impact Theory, just a lot of like personal development stuff to like grow yourself and become a better person. Like that's the stuff I focus on. And by the way, I'm just letting you know like these kind of deep intellectual conversations are like mostly what my channel is about. But again, I'm happy to kind of go into talking about video games and fun stuff like that. Yeah. Alrighty. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay. Kitty Marie says, "What are you talking about? What on earth is League of Legends?" It's an awesome video game. That's what it is. You check it out. You can Google search it. You can check YouTube. You can go to LeagueOfLegends.com. You can check out more about what it is. It's a MOBA similar to Dota. MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena. If you heard of Dota, Dota 2 is a popular one right now. That's the main. Dota is what League of Legends is based off of. Defeat of the Ancients. Defensive, yeah. Red Shadow says mine is I'm a Wildcat. Awesome. Yep. Okay. Red Shadow says GTA 5. Anyone? Awesome. Hey, what kind of advice would you give to a 12-year-old Anthony? Anthony, that's a great question. What advice would you give to a 12-year-old? So, I mean, there's so many different things we could talk about here. We could talk about because the thing is, we as human beings, we all have different challenges. So, like where do we start here? There's so many different ways we can go. So, we could talk about crushes. Do you have crushes on people? We can talk about grades. We can talk about your self-esteem and self-worth and like that self-confidence. Are you getting bullied? So there's so many different tops we could talk about. Real quick, general advice, like overall, if I were to talk to my 12-year-old self, 12 years old, I was feeling, when I was 12, I was feeling insecure. I remember I had a lot of crushes on girls in middle school, and for some reason they all happened to be named Michelle. I don't know why. I had like 3 crushes named Michelle, and over a few years, and I felt super shy and super insecure. I was like, man, like nobody likes me. I've never had a girl like tell me that she likes me for the longest time. And there was one friend who said that she liked me, but I didn't like her back. Anyway, I just felt very insecure. I just felt like, man, like no girl that I like that are quote unquote worthy like me back. Which I'm sorry, like as a middle schooler, it's okay to say that, but today I'm not gonna say that, because all people matter. You matter. That's that hashtag you matter. That's what it's all about. Like seriously, um, just because someone likes you and you don't like them back because whatever they're, I don't know, you might think they're not good enough, they're not pretty enough, you just don't like them. Just know that we're all just human beings. So nobody is greater than another person. No one is less than another person. We're all equal. So just want to put it out there. So my advice to you, Anthony, or my younger self, or for any other 12-year-old is just know that you're good enough. Know that if you're struggling, feeling like you're not as good as your friends or your siblings or you're less than someone, know that you are enough. That you are equal to all your classmates, all your teachers. Don't ever feel like you are less than anyone else because you're not. So I think society oftentimes makes us feel that way, and it's important to not let our friends, our society, our environment, other people, especially ourselves, tell us that we're less than anyone because we're not. That's just a story. Um, so that's kind of a truth that I learned in my journey. All right, I love this. Like everyone, anyone who's on right now, thank you so much for being on. If you're just hopping on, I think. Anyway, if you're just hopping on right now, I just want to let you know that we're gonna go through all the questions. We're gonna, answer them kind of in order, and there's a few comments that might take a little bit longer to answer, such as Kitty Marie's, that we're gonna answer towards the end of the stream. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna rapid fire this because I see the comments just keep coming in, and we're gonna keep going. So Snappy Face says, what motivated you to do this? Honestly, I think as human beings, we have this innate, like internal desire to help other people. Um, when I was in high school and when I was in college, I was always involved with leadership, meaning I was, sophomore class vice president. I was a lieutenant governor for a key club, which, by the way, wait, what? What just happened? Oh, Johnson Middle School. That's funny. I saw someone wear a Key Club shirt, and I realized you're in middle school, so you probably got that shirt from an older sibling or something. Anyway, so I've always been involved with leadership. I've always and from those leadership roles, just being president of this club, vice president of that club, I started learning that I enjoy kind of like helping other people, helping the community, and eventually I knew that I wanted to do something around mentoring or coaching, and that's what led me to start up a YouTube channel to kind of develop, how do I help other people, and then eventually speak. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, Kitty Marie says, why are male Asian kids picked on? Female Asians are viewed as cool. That is weird. That is weird. Why is that so sad? Not so sad. So what? Okay. Let's see. Benjamin, good to see you on. Can you do a Q&A? Yes, we are literally doing Q&A right now. Every single live stream is a Q&A. We talk about the topic, which I already talked about very quickly, and we'll kind of weave it in as we go, but it's a Q&A as well. I have a feeling today's live stream is going to be 45 minutes to an hour. That's my guess. So another 15 to 30 minutes based off what I see. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer. Yes. So, Kitty, let's talk about that. So why are Asian kids picked on? Like, why are Asian males picked on and not Asian females as much? That's a really good question. So another thing that I discovered probably later than I should have is I realized, so there's this thing called yellow fever, which is the idea that typically it's like a Caucasian or white person likes an Asian person. And it refers to a white male liking a Asian female, yellow fever. Or you know what? No, it goes both ways. Anyway, my point is, in the dating world, surprisingly, I don't know why, white men tend to like Asian girls, but white girls don't white girls tend to not like Asian guys. It's fascinating. So for the longest time, I was dating, for what, I don't know, like we'll call it 9 years. 9 years I was dating, and for me, when I date, I don't really think about the fact that I'm Asian. I see outside. I don't focus on oh, I'm Asian. So it took me a while to realize, oh, I didn't realize that a lot of people don't like Asians, which kind of gives me a little bit of a disadvantage. Anyway, yeah. Let's see here. I don't know the full answer to your question about like why Asian males are picked on, but I'll leave it at that. Mrs. Fong is the best. I agree. She's awesome. Yeah. All right. So sorry, I know I'm a little bit behind on the comments, and you guys are like far ahead. I'm just getting to the what consoles does everyone play? I see three Xboxes and a PS4. That's what I see so far. Okay. So more Xboxes, some PS4s, awesome. I'm super surprised someone brought their Xbox to school. That's crazy. Why would you bring your Xbox to school? All right, so Happy says people at my school have bullied me a lot. That is what lowers my self-esteem. There was a few people that made up rumors that left me with only one friend. I also have a feeling that my ex-friend is also trying to make her not be my friend anymore. Do you have any advice? Okay, so uh, this is this is a this is a great question. Let's dive into this right now. So yeah, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the real topics. Like this is why we do this. We're here to support each other, and I want to create this environment where we're here to support each other. Okay, so first of all, for anyone who gets bullied, which I think a lot of us do get bullied, yes, absolutely, that lowers our self-esteem. It makes us feel bad about ourselves. Um, People are making up rumors that they left me and whatever. Sorry, they're just making rumors up. Um, First of all, I want to share some tactics with bullying. Okay. Um, so I've been getting bullied too. Surprisingly, I've been getting bullied for the past year. Like cyberbullying. It's ridiculous. Like I don't want to go into all the details. I can. I've talked about it in the past before, but like it is it's ridiculous. Like this person has like a huge vendetta on me, and um, I'm not gonna like I whatever. I have like a very solid like moral compass. I know that I'm a good guy. I know that I'm not here to hurt any people. I'm not a liar. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a scammer. Like I have a very pure heart, and I know that for myself, and no one can tell me otherwise. But anyway, this guy whatever misperceived what I was doing, and ever since like he has he, like his sole purpose in his life is to trash me and like whatever, put me down. Like that's his whole life. So anyway, so what I've learned from if you were getting bullied, the best way, I think there's two ways to stop a bully. Number one is the most typical strategy is to just ignore it. Like to stop, don't react. The more you react to the bully, the more they're gonna bully you. So what happens is when you stop reacting to the bully, guess what? They have no motivation to bully you anymore because you're not feeding their flame. You're not making it fun to bully anymore because like you're not doing anything. You're not reacting. I think how if you of course you don't want to, but like let's say if you wanted to have a bully keep bullying you, you react to it. You're like, stop, like stop bullying me, stop picking on me. Like that kind of stuff makes bullies want to bully you more. Unfortunately, I know it's really messed up, but so there's a really uh, there's a good phrase that defines bullying for me, and that is hurt people hurt people. So again, I'm going to repeat that again. Hurt people hurt people. Um, so if you ever get bullied, just know that bullying is not about you. They're not hurting you because you're a bad person or you're not good enough or you're a loser or you're whatever it is. You don't fit in, you're an outcast. They're not bullying you because of that. They're bullying you because you're a easy target for them and they're hurting inside themselves. Like typically, I'm just gonna state the psychology facts or behind the scenes. Um, Bullies are people who are struggling with their own problems. People who are not struggling with their own problems don't bully because they don't have a need to. Bullying comes because people need that significance. They need that they need to feel good about themselves, so they need to put other people down so they feel better about themselves. So honestly, bullies, it's to me, it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of they need attention. That's why they bully. Okay. Anyway, let's dive into your question. Alrighty, so that's you're getting bullied by friends, and these rumors are spreading, and ultimately it's causing you to lose a lot of friends because everyone's starting to believe in these rumors, which is super unfortunate. Honestly, sometimes it's really really hard to control the rumors that we have, and my advice is two things. Number one is just continue to be yourself. Continue to do your best to be happy and to not focus on that negativity, to not focus on how everyone is making rumors. And I would say number two is focus on building, like, focus on just spreading kindness. Is even though if people are kind of being mean to you and they're ignoring you, just continue to kind of be yourself, be kind to other people, and kind of continue. How do I say this? Like, just continue to fight. Continue to show people that you're a great person, not out of neediness, but out of just genuine. I'm just genuinely a good person. Um, and if you kind of struggle with that, like, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if that's really me. Just be yourself, and eventually you're going to rebuild yourself. You'll get whatever new friends, and people will see a different side to you. Like, this whole bullying thing doesn't last forever. Although sometimes it could last a while, and it's kind of it's tough. So I get it. I get that being bullied is not fun at all. My thing is just do your best. Like, I know that's such a cliche, cheesy thing to say, but that's really what it is. Like, spread kindness, do your best, be yourself, and try not to, like, don't focus on that negative energy of, like, all that getting bullied and things like that. Again, I've been there. I've been bullied, and I know how it feels like to, like, almost feel helpless sometimes. Like, it's like when this person was bullying, I had some moments where I'm just like, dude, like, what do I do? Like, this is, I can't do anything. It's cyberbullying. Like, literally, I can't do anything about it. But whatever, it's okay. Because this guy has done some pretty malicious things to me, like straight up malicious things, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, literally, I can't do anything about it. But it is what it is, and again, for me, I just do my best to not let it affect me, and I just keep moving forward. So there we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna see. Okay, we're not too far with comments, which is awesome. Lismus, good. Lismus, good to see you on. By the way, I'm going to read through all. I'm just doing all the comments in order. We're going to get to your comments if you're still here. Hang on just a second. Happy, you are most welcome. And by the way, please, this goes to all of you, all 12 of you on right now. Please do not be afraid to ask questions. Like, this is exactly what this live stream is all about. It's about asking those real life questions, asking about, hey, I'm getting bullied. What do I do? I'm feeling insecure. What do I do? I don't feel like there's a purpose in my life. What do I do? Like, this is what this stream is all about. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. Props to Katie Marie again. Like, she's been on here every single day and always asking questions, always wanting to grow and improve. So I think that's fantastic. Like, that's why we're here. We're here to support each other. We have a lot of amazing people. Listmas is another amazing individual who is constantly on here supporting, sending positive vibes. So we have a really awesome community. And the cool thing about this live stream is, like, so usually what happens is, like, for example, today we went to Johnson Middle School. We got a lot of, you all are amazing. And what happens is eventually, people get whatever you want to call it. I almost want to say, like, tired of being on here every single day. So the people who aren't committed to being here, will eventually go away. And then we'll be left with the people who want to be here, the people who want to support and offer, whatever camaraderie or, like, that connection and be like, hey, how's it going? Like, we got Angel, who usually is on here too, who always like, hey, everyone, how's it going? So we have a really cool community going on here, which is awesome. Okay, we're all here to support each other. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Kitty says, Richard, some girls are stupid and chase after boys who get in trouble. You are amazing. If she doesn't like that, that is her loss. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's so, life is fascinating. Like, I just want to briefly point out wherever you are in your life, if you feel insecure, if you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel like no girl or guy is ever going to like you, you feel like you're not, your grades suck, you're never going to do well in school, you're never going to be successful, like whatever your thoughts are, I just want to be really just like I just want to be really straightforward. Your life can change so much, and your life can be so different from what you think it will be. I feel like I'm living proof of that. Like it's crazy. Like I used to hear other people like me, older people be like, I changed my life, all this stuff, and I'm like, that's BS. Like that's not real. Like that's just whatever. And I'll tell you, yes, you can change your life. Like I'm not trying to be motivational, inspirational, like all that kind of stuff, but I'm being real. Like you literally, like your life can change, and this is going to sound a little bit motivational, but what it takes for you to change your life is changing your choices one at a time, choosing that positive thing one at a time. It takes time, it takes effort, but your life can change based off the choices that you make. And it's been a huge struggle for me. I'm 28 years old. You know, it's been a huge struggle. Like literally, if you want a better life, you're going to have a better life. Like right there, like all of us, we are all going to have a better life. The only thing, the only difference is if we want a better life, we have to make small little changes every single day, or whenever we can. Um, yeah, it's crazy. Like just little things. I don't like talking about this a lot, but like I want to talk about my body, my weight. For me, it's crazy. Like I wake up in the morning, whatever. Whenever I take a shower, whatever. I gotta take my shirt off. Sorry for the visuals, but like I see myself in the mirror today, and I see a guy who is fit, and I do not say that to show off, but it is weird to me to see that because for the majority of my life, like practically my whole entire life, I've always been overweight. Like that's what I'm used to. So when I see myself in the mirror being fit, I could see a little bit, some muscles. It's like, what? Like, it's weird. It's weird. And that's what happens when you make little choices. Like, I go to the gym. Well, I used to go, let's see, hold on. Back in the day, I used to never go to the gym. I used to eat a lot, not watch what I eat, and just whatever. And I've made little shifts. For anyone who's just hopping on right now, uh, I made a commitment to eat really clean, go vegetarian 6 out of 7 days, have a few cheat days in between. Today happened to be a cheat day because it's Chinese New Year. I had some amazing Chinese food today. It was delicious. I ate a lot. Anyway, fun fact: I lost 20 pounds in 2 months. Like probably less than 2 months. Like it was, and honestly, it wasn't that hard. All it took was just consistency. Consistency is key. Like I used to look at other people who used to exercise and be like, man, that's so hard. Like losing weight, man, I don't know how I do that. And all of a sudden this year, I finally figured out like I don't. It's such a weird mind shift. Is it like working out, exercising used to be so dreadful and so difficult for me. Like I don't want to work out, man. I'm tired, and I used to complain. And now whatever, like I go to the gym. I used to hate lifting weights. I used to hate running. And now it's like I've 4 times a week. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Eat healthy. Okay, let's go. I do this thing called intermittent fasting. I only eat between 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. That's 8 hours. 16 hours fasting, 8 hours of eating. Like just having this, making these choices makes a difference. So, let's use a very simple example. Let's talk about the weight example. If you want to improve your weight, let's say you're overweight or something and you want to be healthier, it's all about choices. It's all about taking these little action steps. And I just want to be very clear, it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to break your commitments. Well, try not to, obviously, but we are human beings. We all screw up. It's a journey. It took me 28 years to get to where I am today. I've always been overweight. I've always wanted to be fit. I just never did. Why? Because I didn't have the mental discipline until more recently. And guess what? Like it's a constant. it's like a balance. Like there's a part of me like I'm so used to being overweight that my brain there's a part of me that's like I might be overweight. I might go back to being overweight. And guess what? I keep going back and forth. Fit, overweight, or like, heavier. But I'm trying to make it like I feel like I'm finally stepping into that. Okay, let's do it. Let's be fit. Let's do it. Okay, that's why I got there. Okay. Um, Kitty, thank you. Cool. Snappy Face says, "Is it bad that I'm eating chocolate right now?" That's so funny. Super quick comment. Um, I was at the grocery store today, and let's see, the girl I'm dating loves chocolate, dark chocolate specifically, and we're getting chocolate. And all of a sudden, this lady passes by, and she's like, "Hey, all the there's chocolate bars down there for 27 cents, 29 cents each." I'm like these chocolate bars are $2.50. That is like 10%, like or 90% off. And I'm just like, what? So we got a bunch of chocolate bars. Like it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, but chocolate chocolate in general is pretty fattening. Dark chocolate is a little bit better than milk chocolate because it's actual chocolate instead of more sugar. It has less sugar and whatever. Anyway, uh, moderate. Eat chocolate in moderation. That's what I got. But chocolate's delicious. Christopher Guevara is from Johnson Middle School. Good stuff. Ben says, "When are you going back? When are you going to come back to Johnson Middle School?" Honestly, I'm gonna be really real with you. Like, I would love to come back to Johnson Middle School again, like soon, ASAP. You guys are super awesome. I have a feeling because I talked to all of you. Like, typically they don't have schools don't typically have speakers come back like every year or whatever because they try to get new speakers. That's usually just how it works. But hey, look, if you reach out to Mr. Owens or Mrs. Fong or whatever, like, hey, like, can we get Richard back again? I'm down to hang out with you guys. If you come up with something creative, um, let me know. I would love to hang out with all of you guys again and do something like that. Like, yeah, I'm open to suggestions and things like that. If we can do, work together for a kindness day or something like that, I'm down. I'm down the street, so let's make it happen. Snappy Face says, "Dab on them haters." I love it. Okay, Lisma says, "Richard, dude, hey, it's been a while. Just up and thought I'll quickly tune in to say hey. Love your live stream yesterday on Human Connection. Oh, dude, man, frustrating to hear about the cyberbullying. Yeah, definitely don't waste your brain cells on someone who is not worth it. Plus, yes, they are seeking attention and hurting themselves. Oh, Richard, keep spreading the love. Be it. Let's see. Happy Chinese New Year's to you, Richard, and everyone else. Lismus, thank you so much. So amazing to see you on. And I don't know if you're still on, but thank you. Okay, Anthony says, what type of music do you listen to? I listen to a variety of stuff. I do like a little bit of like, I don't know, like a little bit of EDM, alternative rock. So a few examples. This is not everything. I do like top 40 as well. I feel like there's some like weird miscellaneous categories are in there. So real quick, just off the top of my head, um, in terms of EDM styles, man, there's so many different ones. Kigo, Elenium, um, Alesso. Who else is there? I mean, there's a lot of. There's too many to mention. But I'm gonna start with those. I feel like there's other ones you're like, oh yeah, I know. I picked the smaller names compared to like the bigger, like whatever. There's some other bigger names I didn't choose. Okay, so we got EDM, alternative rock. I do like an alternative rock. I like Imagine Dragons, Muse, Coldplay, One Republic. Um, let's see, miscellaneous stuff. Sometimes I like listening to like uh, soundtracks of musicals and stuff like that. Uh, Inspirational music. I have some guilty pleasure songs. Like I don't know how to say it. Like anyway, I'm gonna go with that for now. There's a lot of stuff I like. Yeah, Snappy Face likes Imagine Dragons. I got to my brother is crazy. My brother Kevin. So for anyone who was at the Johnson Middle School, you hear me talk about my brother. My brother. I want to give a shout out to my brother Kevin real quick. So again, even till this day, my brother is still one of my biggest role models. He's such an incredible brother. Like I'm so grateful for my brother. I don't know how many. Like, I'm so lucky to have my brother. It's crazy. So, um, one day, okay, so last year was a really rough year for me. I was depressed. I was really sad. Life was just not going very well for me. It was rough, and one day, like, I was so sad and depressed that I didn't want to do anything for myself. I didn't want to do anything positive. And then one day, just one day, I was like, you know what? It was weird. Like, I was online. I was kind of researching. I knew I was going to be in Vegas for a conference, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, Imagine Dragons are playing there. So I was just researching like how much are Imagine Dragon tickets and all that stuff. And my brother calls me. He's like, hey Richard, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, just looking at Imagine Dragon tickets. And then in that moment, my brother Kevin's just like, oh, what? You're looking at Imagine Dragon tickets? That's great. Like, Richard, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, what do you mean you're proud of me? He's like, Richard, like, for the past 3 to 4 to 5 months, you haven't done anything for yourself. Like, you've been so whatever, sad, depressed, that you haven't done anything for yourself. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm like, oh, hey, you're right. Like I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And anyway, I think like 1 or 2 days later, he emails me and he's like, this fake like, congratulations, you won front row tickets to the Imagine Dragons concert. I'm just like, wait, what? I looked at it and my brother bought me like front row tickets to the Imagine Dragons concert, and I'm just like, are you kidding? Like, it was so great. Like, those tickets are so expensive, and but that's my brother. Like, he is so caring, and I just gotta give a huge shout out to my brother. Um, anyway, crazy stuff happened. My brother actually ended up coming to me to the same conference, and we both went to the Imagine Dragons concert towards the front row. So it was such a cool experience. Loved it. Just want to share that little story. Okay. Let's see here. Snappy Face says, congrats on losing weight, dude. Good job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Happy says, if you do come again, let's hope Angel doesn't make you sign his Xbox again. Oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, there's a part of me, like, for all my Johnson Middle School people here, like, there's a part of me that, like, I wish I could just come back, like, on Monday to hang out with all of you. Like, it was so much fun. I really don't know how I could kind of go back to the school in the near future. Usually, again, just the nature of my job is like you speak at one school and then you don't go there for a while, like until 4 years later, or 3 years later when it's all brand new students. But I would love to. Like, you guys are super awesome. Okay. Kitty says, Richard, it's time for water break. I wanted to say healthy plus. You've been talking a lot. Thanks for the Kitty. Thank you so much for thinking about me. And yeah, let's see. I got a little. Okay, I'll drink this little bit of water I have here. Thank you. Cup number 2. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me that you thought about the fact that I didn't drink any water for the past 53 minutes. Okay. Yeah, my brother is pretty awesome. Absolutely. Okay, so we are caught up with the comments right now. By the way, if you're new here, I just want to say thank you for hopping on and being here. My streams can go on for a long time, so I'm very privileged, honored that people are here for almost a whole entire hour, because an hour is a really long time to be here. Okay. Snappy Face says, I wish I had a brother. I know. Sometimes siblings can be a pain in the butt, like my brother and sister always bullied me growing up. It was a rough time growing up, but at the same time, it's also a good time, a lot of good memories. And again, just super grateful for my brother, even though he was a little bit of a booker growing up. Okay. Keep the questions coming in. Kitty Marie, it's time for your question that I said we would come back to. Perfect timing. The comments are slowing down. People are getting tired. It's late. You guys have been on for 54 minutes. So, Kitty, let's go to your comment. And by the way, Kitty, feel free to, plug anything else in. Tell us more information about it, so we could dive deeper into it. So Kitty was saying, by the way, Kitty's awesome. For people who don't know who she is, she's on here pretty much every single day. And she's always asking really, really deep, vulnerable questions that really I would say, kind of just bring this chat together. So Kitty says, my problem was wanting to die and does not see a point in life. Help Richard. Okay, so um, let's do this. Conversation. I think I know Kitty's not the only one who has ever felt this. This idea of like, not seeing a purpose of life and whatever, just wanting to die. Again, I just mentioned how last year was a very depressing year. Last year I was in that mode of like not seeing a purpose to my life. I was like, why am I here? Like this is so pointless. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like the only reason why I'm still alive is because taking my own life would be so selfish. And I have my brother. Like my brother loves me so much. So, like sometimes we get into those really tough moments. Anyway, so uh, how do you see things? How do you move forward from that? One thing, Kitty, and anyone else, you know, there's the new hashtag that I'm working on is hashtag you matter. It's this idea that we all do matter, and I might even right after this live stream might even change my my YouTube tag to like Richard Co hashtag you matter. It's a message that I really do believe in. I think it really ties into what I talk about, and what I would say is like if you feel like kind of like life doesn't have a purpose, um, I've thought about this question before. Like, what is the purpose of life? And I've sat on it. I've sat on it. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I've thought about it for a really long time. And I realized the purpose of life is what we make of it. Like literally, we choose what our purpose of life is. And it's a weird thing to talk about. Like, I invite you, anyone who's watching this right now, I invite you to take some time to think about what is the purpose of life? What is your purpose of life? And in my opinion, at the end of the day, it's up to each one of us to figure that out. Some people turn to religion. Some people be like, serving God is the purpose of life. I didn't mean to make that sound insulting, or sarcastic, whatever. I honor that. If that's the way you want to go, awesome. For me, I'm not a religious person. So for me, deep down inside, it didn't really connect with me. So I had to find my own purpose. Like, what is my purpose in my life? And uh, I just remember one moment last year, I had that thought, like I had that revelation that the purpose of life is what you make of it. Like literally, you decide what is your purpose of life. So let's do this. Talking about not having a purpose. Here's one thing I thought. I'm gonna go back to my live stream a few days ago, and so my live stream a few days ago. How do I say this? My live stream a few days ago, on Tuesday, I talked about going to Fulton Middle School, and literally what I realized is, okay, Kitty, I'm going to focus on you. And by the way, this applies to everyone here. If you are trying to find purpose in your life, here's one way to do it. So Kitty, I want you to think about how many other people are going through a similar situation as you? How many people don't feel like they have a purpose in their life? How many people are struggling with finding the purpose? Having these negative thoughts, struggling, just like feeling unmotivated. There are millions of people in the same position you are. And for me, when I see hashtag you matter, to me, that's like, you matter because you can genuinely make a difference in the world. And when I say in the world, you could generally make a difference even in one person's life. That makes such a big difference. It's weird for me to say this live on this camera, but like even for myself, I need to look at the mirror. I got a mirror right here. I gotta look at the mirror and remind myself, Richard, you matter. Richard, you matter. And I matter because, I matter because I'm making this content right now. I'm talking to you. I'm speaking at schools. I'm telling other people that they matter. And you matter, Kitty. You matter, whoever, Lismus, Happy, whoever is on right now, Snappy. You matter because, like, you have a unique voice. And Kitty, like, you are one of the few people, whatever you can say. What you're one of the few millions of people who are going through the same struggle you are. So guess what? You matter. If you want to find purpose, you can find those other people who are struggling through the same challenges you are, and you can connect with them. Because guess what? Other people are feeling alone, other people are feeling isolated, and other people need you. Other people need you to help them be supported through the challenges that they're going through, because they don't know what to do with their life. They're not finding purpose either. So honestly, human connection, like we talked about yesterday, is so important. And please, like, if you're trying to find purpose, connect with people. Like, go talk to that other person that you feel like, oh man, I feel like, they're going through something challenging, and kind of like something that I've gone through in my own life. So if you're feeling that, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Katie says, what difference did I make? What difference? Okay, let's talk about what difference can we make? What difference did you make? Well, here, Katie, I know this is. I don't want to claim that, like, how do I hold on, pause. So, Katie, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be real, but I don't want to diminish the point here. So, Kitty, I would say you made a difference in my life because you've given me perspective on what it's like to go through a hard time. Like, you've allowed me to connect with that. And guess what? When I go speak at schools, I think about you. I do. I really do. I'm not just saying that. Like, it's because you're on here every single day. You're participating. It refreshes my mind of what it's like to be in that tough situation. And because you're constantly reminding me, here are the challenges that we go through, I bring that kind of that connection, that wisdom, that knowledge when I go to schools, so I can connect with other people. So that's why I said connection is so important. Literally, when I was preparing for my speech this morning, I thought about you. Like, I didn't say that to you, but like I thought about it. I'm like, huh, who else is going through the same challenges as you are? I thought about these things, like, they're real. So anyway, I want to go back to don't focus on being popular. Same thing. I know that sounds sweet. I know I'm talking about you. Oh, I thought about you. I know that's cute. But how do I say it? This goes to don't focus on being popular. Like, don't focus on me just validating and making you feel special. Just you got to know that you're special already. Like, that's it. You have value. So continue just doing what you're doing. Continue to connect with people. Continue to try to connect with people who are struggling with the same thing that you're struggling. Honestly, what I think is the best way to find value or like purpose is to think about what is the biggest challenge in your life right now. Okay? So here. You can almost forget everything that I said in this live stream, and here I'll give you a quick tip / strategy to figure out what is your purpose. How can you find purpose in your life? Okay? Step number 1 is figure out what is the biggest challenge that you're facing in your life right now, or like in general. Okay? That's step number 1. Step number 2 is, hold on. Okay, step number 2 is work on fixing or finding a solution to that challenge, like improving that challenge you have, and it might take some time. Step number 3 is teach other people how to do that. Teach other people how to get over that problem. So if you're struggling with, whatever, suicidal thoughts, that's step 1, is figure out what's the biggest struggle that you have. Maybe it's suicidal thoughts. Number 2 is figure out a solution to how do you get over those thoughts. Step number 3 is teach other people how to do that. That's exactly what I'm doing with my life. That's how I find my purpose. I'm struggling with self-esteem, self-worth. That's been my biggest story for the longest time. I've been a motivational speaker for 4 years, and guess what? For the first 2 to 3 years, I've struggled so much with my self-worth and self-esteem. That's why I created this YouTube channel, so I could work on it myself while teaching other people. I never had it all figured out, and I still don't have it all figured out, but I'm doing a better job, and I'm figuring it out as I go. So same thing that could go for you, Kitty. If you're struggling with, problem X, or anyone else who's on, whatever problem you're struggling with, start opening up about it. Start sharing with other people. Start a YouTube channel. Talk about, hey, these are the struggles I'm going through. I'm not perfect. I haven't figured out, but here they are. Guess what? People will connect with you because you're being vulnerable. You're being open. Because guess what? Most people are not willing to be vulnerable and open. we need more people like you. We need more people to be vulnerable, to talk about the challenges that they're going through, you know? Because I don't know um, what it's like to be a drug addict or you know, to cut myself or to, I don't know, to be an alcoholic or, you know, all these other things I don't know, or whatever other challenges are out there, because I haven't gone through those. So that's why we need people, like whatever challenge you're going through. Hold on. There's a cool quote around this. Let your mess be your message. Or what was it? Like your biggest mess is often your message. You know? So it's like your biggest pain is typically your purpose or your message. Like that's one thing I've learned. So if you're trying to find purpose, there you go. Step one, figure out what your biggest challenges in your life. Step two, figure out the solution for yourself. Step three, teach other people how to overcome that challenge too. Boom, done. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Happy says, wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Happy says, this may be like a too personal question, but what if your family doesn't accept you for who you are, the way you were born? Okay. Happy, that is a great question. If that is you, or for anyone, if your family does not accept the person that you are and the way that you're born, that number one, that's unfortunate, but number two, that's okay. What I mean by this is, if other people don't accept you for who you are, my advice is to not focus your energy there, to distance yourself from that, because you get to be whoever you get to be. And I know family is family, but it is so toxic to keep focusing all your energy on them and believing what they say. Be you. And I love my family and all that stuff, but like if they're getting in the way of like me being my true self, like I think that's really toxic and harmful. So it's a little bit of balance. It can be tough, you know. I have family. I understand. You know, I understand that family doesn't always accept you for who you are. By the way, that's not a too personal question. I don't know. Yeah, most questions are too personal. I want to dive a little bit deeper here. Why does family accept you who you are and the way you were born? Okay, so what do? It's find friends, connect with people who share the same philosophy as you. So, I don't know how to say it. Like for me, you know, I love my family. They're great people. Um, I've just figured out a way to start, like, I don't know how to say this, like, not in a mean way or negative way, but like I've started to kind of grow apart from my family, not in a bad way, but in a more independent, like, I'm going to focus my energy on people who I resonate and connect with more, people who are on the same path as me, people who have that same growth mindset, who want to make a difference in the world, who are passionate about, you know, speaking and influence. And I focus my energy there. And again, this is no disrespect to my family. I still connect with my family. I still talk to, you know, my mom and whatever brother and stuff like that, because, yeah, that's what I got. Like, because I care about them, you know, and I have good relationships with them. It's just where do you want to focus your energy? Okay. There we go. Let's see. Kitty says, or Lisma says, Kitty, thanks for your question. Thanks to your questions, we too here are benefiting, so you are making a difference right now. Ooh, I like that. There we go. Lisma, thanks for hopping on at such an odd hour of your time. Yes. Kitty says, why am I only vulnerable to you? I don't know. You choose to, because I guess probably because you trust. And I don't know, Kitty, part of me feels like you should make a YouTube channel and start talking about the challenges you're going through. Or if not YouTube channel, do a blog or something like that. Okay? Cool. So it is 9:09 p.m. right now. We have been on for an hour, 9 minutes, which is pretty impressive. I get to go do some work, go to sleep, because I have a full day tomorrow. Yeah, with that being said, by the way, feel free to drop any other questions or comments that you have in the comments below as I wrap up. But we're gonna start wrapping up right now, okay? So today's how we wrap up for anyone who's new to here. Today's topic is don't focus on being popular, and um, what that means. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, so what happens? Sorry. What don't focus on being popular means is like I know a lot of times, a lot of us we seek to be popular. We seek to get more followers or subscribers, and ultimately, in my experience and opinion, getting more subscribers and followers is not going to make you happy in the long run. They're just numbers. Like, again, I got over 7,000 subscribers now. You know, back then I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I have so many subscribers. And honestly, I can care less. It's like it's a cool number, cool, but I don't really care. You know, they're just numbers. You give me 100,000 subscribers, I'll be like, oh cool, I got a cool YouTube plaque thing. You know, but like, it's not going to make me happy. And I realize, like, that's okay. First of all, that's okay. I will be happy. I'll be like, ooh, I will celebrate the win. I will celebrate the accomplishment of getting so many subscribers because of the content that I produce. But at the end of the day, it's like I know, uh, the purpose of life is not to be popular and validated by everyone else. For me, it's about impact. It's about making a difference in people's lives, and that's what I'm going to focus on. That's what's going to make me happy. So again, don't focus on being popular. Don't worry about getting subscribers. Don't feel like you're insignificant if you don't have enough subscribers. It really doesn't matter that much. Okay, so that's what I have right now. I'm going to keep it at that. I think we had a fantastic conversation today, very in depth. Thank you so much for everyone's participation who's on right now. If you're watching later, thanks for tuning in. Let's see, I want to check real quick if I'll be on tomorrow. Honestly, tomorrow is going to be a pretty 50-50 if I'm going to be on because I have a full day workshop. I don't know if I'll be home on time. Maybe I may not be. So 50-50. You'll find out, you'll see a notification if I'm on. Sorry for being a little bit vague. Sunday I should be on. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for hopping on. Wait, but before I go, I will read your final comments before hopping off because that's what we do here. Okay. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Comments. Let's see here. Kitty says, "Sweet dreams, Richard. Get some sleep." Happy says, "Thank you so much, Richard. I will be looking forward to coming to more streams." Happy. Thank you for your questions. Like seriously, I appreciate them so much. Like I love the deep, vulnerable conversations. They're so meaningful, and happy I see you as one of those people who are going to hopefully, crossing my fingers, be on here frequently and engaging. But again, I don't expect anything. You do you. You know, if it takes too much time and it's inconvenient, then don't worry about it. But we are here for you to support anyone. Okay, Lismus says, "Thank you, Richard. Great to have hopped on today. Wishing you all an awesome weekend. Richard, sleep well, create amazing speeches, and rock on." Lismus, thank you so much. Like seriously, so amazing. And I am more than grateful that you're on. Like it's such a treat that you're on, especially because of your time zone. Lismus is in the UK. Sorry if I got that wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right. So it is I'm guessing usually it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning when she's on these live streams if she chooses to be on, which is ridiculous. But thanks for hopping on. Game Master 9221 says, "You came to my school today." Yes, I did. Thanks for hopping on. I totally appreciate you hopping on this live stream. Super, super cool. And Happy says, "Good night, Richard. Thanks for answering my questions. You're most welcome." That's what we're on here to do. Any way I can support you. And if you have any comments, questions, if more private things you want to talk about, feel free to, I would say shoot me an email or you can DM me as well. You can DM me on whatever platform you want to. I'll get the messages. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, Snapchat, anything. I'll see your messages. And, or you can email me, richard@richardkuo.com. Cool. All right. Hey, Ben, thanks for hopping on, or thanks for staying here till the very end. 74 minutes in, crazy, or an hour, 15 minutes. Take care, everyone. Bye. Good night. Good night.